Hello everyone, in this video let us understand how we can write a simple Google Apps script to create a calendar entry from Google Sheets. So personally I have been using Google Sheets for a while now, and when I say for a while I mean I've been using it since the beginning. I believe it was launched more than 10 years ago, and the thing I like about Google Sheet is of course that you can do everything online. It is not really that powerful if you compare it with Microsoft Excel, but I think for majority of people you can do pretty much most of the things online, and that is of course one of the main benefit of using Google Sheet. Personally, I have been also using Google Sheet along with Google Calendar, and we all know Google Calendars. We use it for tracking different things like events or reminders. And today I want to show you something really interesting that I use personally almost every day. So basically, I keep track of all of my activities, all my things that I need to do, especially those things that are time based, or rather that I need to do on a specific day or maybe at a specific time. So for doing this, I can of course use my Google Calendar. So this is my Google Calendar, and one way of doing it is you can simply create a task here, and you can treat it as a task, or you can treat it as an activity that you can just fill in on your calendar. But I prefer using a Google Sheet because when you're working with the Google Calendar, you can definitely create a task or an event or a reminder, but you may want to store some additional information, and you can create this sheet. So the format of the sheet is totally up to you. So let us say there is one event there is one activity that I need to do, maybe on a specific date, on a specific maybe time of the day. So let us say if I have to create a task, I'll probably create a task here. Let us say I have to read a book. So I can add my task title. I can also add a description. Read the book from page 5 to 20. So this is nothing but my description. And when I'm using my Google Sheet for keeping track of my task, I keep it optional. I don't really want to create all of those activities on my calendar. So if I have this entry as yes, I will create a calendar entry for it. And the good thing about creating a calendar entry is that you can also sync it with your phone. So that is always great. You also have the option here in this particular format to use some estimate field. For example, if I think I need to spend maybe 2 hours on this activity, so I can add 2 here, and 2 means 2 hours. Then I can specify my date. So let us say if I have to do this activity on 10th of June, Monday, from 9 a.m. till 11 a.m. So I can simply go back to my calendar and I can enter something like 10th of June 2019, which is my date, my year, and you can enter something like this 9, which is my start date, 9 o'clock, and then do the same thing for your end date. And I want to do this activity from 9 till 11, and I can also track the status of the activity, like maybe if this activity status right now is pending or in progress, or maybe the priority. So that is really up to you. So I have one entry, and I may want to create maybe one more. And the format of the sheet is totally up to you, because when we write our code, we have the option to choose which specific column we need to use. Bare minimum, you need the title, start date, and end date along with time. And the good thing about Google Calendar is that when you create a new entry, let me show you first what I mean. So let us say I have to create one more entry. Let us say I want to create a Jira video, and I want to do it and let me also add a description. Create a video on script runner. This is my task description. I can add a calendar entry. I can have maybe my time estimate. And then when you are working with the date field, you can actually double click on this. So if you double click on this, it will open up this pop-up where you can select the date. And I personally, I'm okay with the date format by just typing it manually. It takes few minutes. So I may want to work on my video creation from 5 p.m. till maybe 6 p.m. So I can copy it here. I'll probably make sure that I have the right format. 10th June 2019. So the format should be okay, because if you look at this, although there is this hyphen which is missing, I'll probably just copy the format from the above row, and now this looks good. And I will also make sure that I have an end date. So when you do it, you can fill the start date, end date, and the title. So now if I go back to my calendar, I don't have any entry on 10th of June, but I can now simply go to this option on top called Magic, which is nothing but a menu entry. And if I click on this option called Create Calendar, it will basically run the code, and it will create those calendar entries for me. So let us see if we go back to the calendar. I think it will take just maybe 30 seconds for the calendar entries to appear. So let us just wait for it to appear. And I hope I'm using the right format. So the way I wrote my code is that basically if the status is done, then it will not create a calendar entry. So if I go back to my calendar, you can see here that we have two entries here, and this is quite simple piece of code. So let me show you the code actually. So for looking at the code, you can go to the tools, and if you click on script editor, you will be taken to the section where you can write the code. So this is my code, and here I'm using a simple function called create calendar. And let me explain this code to you. It will take not more than a few minutes, because this code is very simple. So all I'm doing is in this particular function, I'm first taking a look at my currently active sheet from where I'm running this code. Then I'm looking at all the entries in this particular sheet from the second index, because the first row is nothing but my header. So I'm basically reading all the entries, all the rows from second row till the last row, and then I'm running this loop to fetch the individual column or individual cells. So for example, if I look at this particular sheet, I'm looking at, let us say, first row or a specific row. So in this row we have the title, which is probably at maybe if I go back to my piece of code here. So I'm using different variables to fetch the entries for a specific cell. So for my title, for my description, I'm just looking at different values, different columns. So this is my second column, this is my third column, and so on. And if you look at the variables, I have this title, I have this description, my start date, end date, and a status. So now what I'm doing, I'm using this simple condition. If on calendar is equal to yes, then it will basically enter in this particular section. Basically this calendar will be created when this condition is true, along with, of course, start date, end date should be there, it can't be null. And I'm also looking at one more condition, that if the status is done, then there is no need to create a calendar entry. So I'm also checking this here in this particular line. And then what I'm doing here is that whenever so before I create a calendar entry, I'm just making sure that for this period of time, for this range, like from 9 a.m. till 11 a.m., there is no existing event. So if there are some events already within this range, for example, if I go back to my my piece of code, so I'm first retrieving all the events between these two dates, between these two timestamps, and I'm deleting those events. So for deleting my events, I am again using a simple function. So it will call a function, it will basically pass this array of events, and it will if there are more than one event, it will basically delete those events. Simple. And then I am then once the events are deleted, I'm then using this piece of line, this piece of code for creating a calendar. And you can definitely copy this code as it is. The only thing that you need to make sure that if you're running this code as yourself, so if you have access to your calendar, so basically it will fetch all the calendars that you have access to, the person who is running this code, and it will then create those events in that calendar. So you need to pass in your calendar name, and that is it basically. So if you go back to your calendar, so you have access to multiple calendars, so you can create maybe one more calendar that is probably separate from your main calendar. And the good thing about this method of managing your day-to-day activities is because you can also sync it with your mobile phones, and most of us use Google Calendars, and we have also our phones. So this is really a great way to make sure that all your to-do items or tasks, if you're working on something maybe for yourself, or maybe if you have a small team, you can definitely use this method to make sure that all the events are also synced. It could be event, it could be a task, it could be a reminder. So this piece of code is probably a starting point for you if you want to take it further. I'll probably share the code as well with all of you, so you can also copy it and you can modify it if you want. And I've been creating these videos on Google Apps Script because personally I think this is really great way of um, writing these utilities and making your life a lot simpler, because using these simple scripts in Google App Script, you can connect different applications. For example, you can connect your Google Sheets with your calendar, or maybe let me give you one more example. I also use Google Sheets to update my YouTube video description and sometimes title. You can also do it manually, but we want to save time. So this is really great way of basically making yourself more efficient. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you very much.